Welcome back. Your time is 4:28. I'm Martin Daubney and this is GB News. Now, thousands of women affected by the state pension age changes gathered outside Parliament today, but despite growing calls to action, Rachel Reeves made no commitments to compensating those affected in her budget. And I'm delighted to say I'm now joined in the studio by the chair of the Women Against State Pension Inequality, Angela Madden. Angela, I went past your protest earlier on. You were doing a sterling job, making loads of noise, making your voice heard. You've been out there for many, many years. I've seen you so often. Will anything, do you hope or believe, change under this government? Because from where I'm sitting, from where our viewers are sitting, the Labour Party so far hasn't been that kind to pensioners.
No, I think you're right, Martin, it hasn't. We do have one thing on our side, and that's a report by the Parliamentary and Health Service Ombudsman, which came out in March, confirming everything we've been saying for the last 10 years to successive governments. So I don't think this government will want to be the first one that totally ignores recommendations by their own watchdog.
OK.
Not if they're the party of integrity, honesty, and the party that wants to restore confidence in government.
And what does a resolution, a victory, look like? I was astonished to read earlier on, every 13 minutes a woman dies who's due what you believe they're owed. Time is running out. What does victory look like?
Yes, you're absolutely right. Since that report was published in March, 25,000 WASPI women have passed away. We're at the wrong end of our demographic. So our slogan is fair and fast compensation. We suffered injustice because the Department of Work and Pensions didn't tell us about the changes to our own state pension ages. Apparently they put a few adverts in papers, things like that, but they never told any of the women the effect it was having on them until those women were about a year or two away from the retirement they thought they were going to have. That was deemed maladministration, and the Ombudsman has recommended compensation, and we want that compensation to be paid as quickly as possible.
And what does that, do you want that to be backdated, so you get payments that were due at the time? What would that mean for individuals?
It's a one-off payment.
Right.
It is a one-off payment. We will never get back the state pension that we weren't paid. So what we are looking for is compensation for the injustice of us not being able to plan our own lives in the way that we always have done. And
Angela, we've seen victories after long, hard-fought battles, for example, tainted blood scandal, the post office scandal. Do you think you're the next one hoping for that same positive resolution? Yes, we need to be the next one. We are another historic injustice. Both Keir Starmer and Rachel Reeves in opposition accepted that we had suffered injustice historically and it needed to be resolved. We met with Emma Reynolds. She says she has no plans to kick the can down the road, but she needs to look into the Ombudsman's report, evidence from the Work and Pensions Committee, and we had a meeting with her which was very cordial. She was listening. This is a new government. They've been in place since July. It was heartening today to hear that they had set aside money for the infected blood injustice and for the post office injustice, and we're hoping that we are the next one. Well, I wish you the very, very best of luck with your endeavours and your fight, and thanks for coming in. And you'll always have a welcome chair at GB News here. Please keep fighting, and thanks for your time. Will do. Thank you, Madden, the chair of WASPI Women. Thank you very much for joining us today on GB News.